Well, what's going on, gang? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. It is very nice to have you here today. I have something not new on the table, but new to me. I have my very own Demko AD20.5. Now, I did a video on these a long time ago, and they were still very new, and people were sort of losing their minds over them. And I kind of didn't get it. In a world of particularly when they were coming out in the OS 10. This thing's been in my pocket a lot, so obviously my feelings have changed. I just didn't get the hype. But here's what's happened. Over the last few years, a number of people that I like have loaned me theirs at various times, and I have carried them on and off, and I kind of just got into the design. I prefer the sheep's foot here. I prefer, in fact, this is my favorite blade shape. God, this thing is filthy. Sorry about that. For the AD20.5, I love the shark lock, of course. That's fantastic. And so a while back when I was at a good friend of mine's knife shop, I saw this sitting in his case, and I said, well, that's interesting. It is textured carbon fiber. An S35VN. And I said, yep, that is my AD20.5. Man, I should clean these before I share them with you. I don't need to do like a massive review. These have been out for a long time. There's a million channels that have talked about it, but I just want to talk to you about the way our knife tastes change. I like Demko designs. I really do. I recently shared with you that I got the full tie 8010. I love these. In fact, I love all of the cold steel Demko designs. The 8015, the 8010. The Ultimate Hunter here is a budget-friendly version, if you're interested. And we've talked about this before, of the 8010. I just really like Demko's designs. And the fact that he continues to make, so the 8020, of course, is the full-size version of this with the shark lock. It's fantastic. I don't have one. I may change that, as we go. Who knows? Life is short. But for now, I don't have one. But I do very much like his design aesthetic. Stuff like this, though, right? So the Ultimate Hunter, been around a long time. It's Demko design. This is his old back lock. This is, the sort of triad lock before it was so popular. I just like that he makes smaller versions of his big stuff, because that means more people have access to his things. There's actually something called the Cub now, which is smaller than this even, I think. I won't be getting one of those, but anyway. Let's take a look at what you do get. Just in case you don't know, you get 2 3/4 inches of cutting on just at 3 inches of, in this case, S35VN. These come in a bunch of different blade steels. Grip area from behind that swell is 3.5. I'm a little cramped, but not too bad. One of the things that's happened in the last 5 years is that I actually lost a lot of weight. So my hands used to be a lot bigger, wider. So this fits surprisingly well now. It's very lean. It's an easy carry, and yet you get a nice slice of whatever blade steel you prefer. I like the stuff like S35VN, but if you want to go for the even cheaper stuff, you can get yourself the OS 10, or I think they do these in 3V sometimes. There's lots of options. This is that kind of carbon fiber. Let's see if I can bring this up so that you guys can see it. It's the kind of carbon fiber, but it's actually got a texture to it. Hear that? Makes it an excellent, grippy, well, that was embarrassing, carry. I've ordered a deep carry clip from the folks at Lynch, Northwest. It has not arrived yet. I just prefer deep carry. I've got one on my 8015. I've got one on my 8010. I don't have one on my Ultimate Hunter because I haven't found one that fits. But I'll put one on here too. The shark lock, of course, is phenomenal, durable, reliable. The AD20.5 is 7 1/4 from tip to tail, a little over 7 1/4. That was embarrassing. Let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Closed length, we're coming in at 4 1/2. And it's a wide carry. Demko's, I mean, that's kind of his thing, right? He's fearless when it comes to big, wide knives. This thing in the pocket is going to chew up more than 1.5 inches. There is no flipper, but I will say that the back of the shark lock right here, see that? That's sharp. And so if you've got something important in your pocket, down towards the base of the pocket, that will screw it up. So I wouldn't put my phone, for instance, in the same pocket that I'm carrying my AD20.5. Let's do some basic size comparisons. I've already showed it to a bunch of other stuff, but here it is against the Para 3. As you can see, it's a little bit longer than the Para 3. I think it's the same length as the bug out. Yeah, it's the same length as a bug out. And you can actually get a little more cutting on the bug out than you do on the AD20.5. This is more comfortable in my hand, believe it or not. I mean, dude, the bug out is a superbly bland knife. That's kind of the point. But there's something about the way this thing sits in my hand. It might even be partially due to the pocket clip, I'm not sure, but it just feels incredibly secure. The jimping on the back of the blade is aggressive but not hurtful. This is an excellent sort of light EDC working tool. And I guess since we already had it out, here it is against its much bigger brother, the AD10. Here it is against the AD15. As you can see, it is smaller than both of those. Right now, these are, if you can find one of these, they're about $265. These range in price from right around $100 and something up to $265, which is for the carbon fiber and the S35. How much you choose to spend is up to you. I will say that I've gone from not recommending these just because I didn't get it when they originally came out, but I am a changing and growing person just like everybody else. At this point, given the volume and velocity that new knives come out, when something comes out and sticks, right? There are 150 new knives a month at this point coming out from a million different makers and brands. And they come and they go. Periodically, something comes along and stays. When that happens, pay attention. I did. And so you get a second shot at this stuff. I'm glad I did. This one weighs in at 3.6 ounces. I don't know if that's lighter or heavier than the G10. That's what this one weighs. And the blade stock is 3 millimeters even, which is not bad. It's super lean through the handle. We're talking about 10 millimeters, which is, yeah, right. That's fantastic. This is just an excellent knife. Anyway, this is the AD20.5. This is my AD20.5. If you have any questions about this knife or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and we'll see you next time.